6 से स्टार्ट करना.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brah! Share squad. Auction is over. Are we happy in the house? Sorry, brah करते एक बारी
Yeah,
brah.
bro, happy. Super
Wow.
very happy with the team.
Very, very well happy. We're all happy. What we wanted, we got. Aryan, to you, how happy were you when we got our first big super sub Sada Sam?
Kaji, yesterday you asked me my Christmas present. My Christmas present is here. Sam Curran is back. Sada Sher is back, and kudos to the management. I know they had him on target, and they went for him aggressively, and no one could outbid us in the end. So kudos to the management. Kudos to the fans. Tonu bhi बहुत mubaraka. Sam Curran Sada kare aaya, and we also got Sikandar Raza, Ankur. You said about him yesterday. So how are you feeling on that?
Yeah, it is like really good pick. Like 50 lakhs is a steal for Sikandar Raza, I think. Like, I don't think so that in 50 lakhs, Sikandar Raza is a bad option. So, like, looking at him, he gives us a spin option and he hits big sixes out of the parks. We have seen him like playing aggressively for Zimbabwe in the middle order. So, I think he's a good pick for Punjab Kings. So, like, what do you think? And we have, like, what do you think about Sikandar Raza and Sam Curran? Two overseas all rounder, and we had already Livingstone, international all rounder in the team. So, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, they
Yuvraj?
both are very brilliant. I think so. That both are very brilliant. Sikandar Raza with the average of I think 21 and a strike rate of 130, and I think that 130 strike rate in T20 is very much good. And if we see that with with the bowling, he bowls with economy of 7. I think which is pretty much very enough. And no records here for Sam Curran. I think Sam Curran doesn't need records because his price tag only say that. How much he was in the need of in this auction, how much as overseas all-rounder spot has been filled by Punjab Kings. I don't think we have to go for only Stokes or Sam Curran, but yeah, Sam Curran was the really best option. He can bowl in the power play, he can swing the ball both the ways, he can bowl in the death as we have seen against Delhi. I think that these both are really a steal deal and a very good deal for Punjab.
Agreed. Agreed.
And I would say that a pace option against pace option, which another pace option from domestic cricket would you all see that in today's
We got
incoming
we got
season?
we got Vidwat Kavarappa. I'll just tell the fans ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਥੋੜੇ ਨੰਬਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ he's from Karnataka, very tall bowler, hits the deck hard. 18 ਵਿਕਟਾਂ ਨੇ ਜੀ 8 ਮੈਚਸ ਤੇ at an economy of 6.36, which is absolutely brilliant for a fast bowler in modern day games. So he's a brilliant Indian domestic backup, plays for Karnataka, and now he's a share. He's a share of Punjab, and hopefully he does very very well for us. And yeah, your thoughts on the other domestic picks, guys? We have Harpreet Bhatia also played IPL for KKR and Pune Warriors. So yeah, thoughts on those domestic picks in general. How
I think
important. Yeah.
I think they both are very good players. Like in first class cricket, if I talk about its stats, like 72 matches, 4579 runs, and 221 is the highest score. And a left hand batsman who gives like an advantage to the team, because I think he can fit in the team at the number 3. So I think the stats and everything shows and proves that he's a good player, and the management took like a great decision to buy Harpreet Singh, according to me.
Yeah, yeah. Paji, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਦੋ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਹੋ ਗਏ. Harpreet number 1, and what are your thoughts on Harpreet number 2, Brad? So he is also there. How crucial his role is going to be? He's the spinner, the main spinner in the squad.
Yeah. Again, I think that's another thing that we did really well in the auction. We now got a leg break bowler and an off break bowler in Shivan Singh and Rathi. So we've got
Yeah,
two
Mohit
really
Rathi.
We've got two very good spinners as backup as well. We were looking at spin as an option that we needed to do. And so Harpreet Brar, to be fair, does probably fit into my front 11. We'll see that at the end when we'll share our thoughts on our first 11. Yuvraj, to you, just quickly say Sikandar Raza, that was a brilliant buy for us. What do you think of the auction for you?
Surely
Are
a
you there?
brilliant purchase. Sikandar Raza was on the top of my list. I was looking forward to having someone as reliable as Sikandar Raza, because he's a very good batsman, as everybody knows. We need not like bring up stats here or tell about his qualitative traits. Sikandar Raza is well recognized all across the world, and even with the ball, he can win you games. And having such a great all rounder with all around capabilities, at such a low base price at just 50 lakhs, I think that was a very surprising element for me in a positive manner. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what he can bring to the table for the team. Also, I would
Exactly.
like to know Clinton's thoughts on getting Sam Curran for 18 and a half CR.
I was very eagerly waiting for the all-rounders, to come in, and I knew whoever, Punjab would either go for Stokes or Sam Curran, and they seemed, you know, really, really enthusiastic, and they came on out on a mission, to buy Sam Curran. He almost came to us at 15 CR. Then I think Mumbai stepped in, increased his amount a little more, and then eventually he came to us. So of course it's a homecoming for him. He was the man of the tournament in the T20 uh, World Cup too. So great buy, great purchase, and I think we are sorted. Our team, and we got Sikandar Raza as well at base price, which was again a very good buy, and I would call it a steal. So
Yeah,
pretty happy with the way the auction went, and really, really looking forward to an amazing season.
I
Yeah,
still remember that match, that goosebumps all over when he took the hat trick in Mohali.
yeah, yeah,
Like the from where he started, he came back there, and like I am hoping that there might be more hat tricks we can see from Sam Curran in the coming season.
yeah. Hopefully.
One of the most iconic moments of IPL cricket, surely, when games have happened in Mohali. Paji, what are your thoughts on having the number three problem? Is it sorted, or is there still a little dilemma on who will play at number three for us?
this is the big point for us. I think Prab Simran looks like he's stepping up, and
Hundred in the hundred.
I was thinking about it. I said Prab Simran looks he's thinking, and maybe Harpreet could fill that void as too. I like having Liam at four. I think even for the Phoenix when he plays for the Birmingham Phoenix, four is a very good position for him. But he could also step up.
Yeah,
I think we have covered it. Again, I think the key for us is getting the best out of Shahrukh and that number three Indian batsman. And
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, in the value of this IPL, I didn't see the real value in the Indian players. So there's only probably Manish Pandey and a couple of other players that we could have gone for. But we're going to stick to the R11. I think that's the key thing. And again, what's your views on that, Aryan?
Paji, the thing is that number three is a very important spot in T20. We all know that. But sometimes game situation कदे कदे dictate करती है भी कौन आना चाहिए number three से. For example, our openers have given us a brilliant start. We are like 90 for none in 9 overs, and if the wicket falls at that time, maybe Liam Livingston shows up in number three to keep the tempo going. Or if we lose an early wicket, someone like let's say for example Harpreet is playing. He can steady the ship. So it sometimes also depend कि कौन खेलूगा number three पे. But I think with the kind of with the kind of form Prab Simran is in, he's got 100 in the Ranji Trophy, looking very very attacking. He takes the power play on, so he's a for me he'll be the first choice. But you never know with the game situation, and whoever plays at number three, we just hope चक देगा फटे छक्के मारूंगा तो दूसरी टीम ਨੂੰ उड़ा दूंगा. So yeah, hopefully whoever plays at number three for Punjab Kings, it does well. Be it a overseas, be it a Indian. Yeah,
Yeah, but we have a Raj Angad Baba also, that he can also bat at number three, I think. And after all,
Exactly.
he can gives you a seventh bowler option. I think there's a most of this.
hmm,
But
Completely
Raj
After
agree
Angad
to
that,
what
Bauer
Aryan
yeah.
is
said.
more of a bowler. He's a bowling all rounder.
yeah,
No, but
We
he
can
can bat
slot
an
him
up
in
order
at three,
also.
Yeah,
no?
he can bat, but I think like he like playing him lower the middle order is a better option for me.
okay.
But
You
if you see that playing a lower order, but we have Sam Curran also, we have Shah Rukh Khan, Jitesh Sharma, everyone is playing lower the order, and Raj Angad Baba will also come. Then it will be a complete mess, I think.
yeah.
I think
Can
it
we
gives you
No,
by
no,
any
no.
chance?
I yeah, I think mess is not the word. It will be a good headache actually
Yeah,
for the selection.
yeah.
Because we have so many talented players. whichever the management picks,
Correct.
and of course यार conditions बहुत बड़ा role play कर दिया किथे खेल रहे हैं आप
Yeah.
कौन खेलूगा playing 11 just the conditions also come into a factor. So I think
Correct.
we have see we are I think Trevor Bayliss, even the management, the coach Wasim Jafar, we are very very clear cut on our first 11. We could
Yes.
easily we'll talk about that going forward. But as long as we are clear on that, that means we won't. I hopefully we won't see much changes, which is a very good sign. Players will be backed, and that is how players will perform. That they are being backed throughout the season. So I am getting very very positive vibes with this team coming to Mohali and Sam Curran's homecoming. So Paji and to my panelists, Sam Curran 2019 season best performance. Okay, we know the hat trick, but any other memories you have the games he played for us except for the
His
Delhi one?
50 against KKR, his 50 against
Yes,
KKR.
yes, yes. It was
Brilliant, brilliant innings at Mohali. I think we were in a very terrible position. We lost early wickets, and before even touching 100 run mark, we lost about 4 to 5 wickets. And Ashwin, the then captain Punjab, promoted him at number 7 for the first time in the season. And the way he performed, his never say die attitude in that game, scoring 15, some 20 odd balls, about 25 or 26 deliveries. I think that was a very good moment for me as a fan of Sam Curran. So yeah, I think that 50 against KKR is my favorite moment from 2019 season.
yeah, that is where he sent Gurney on a journey where he took Harry Gurney for 25 runs in an over, and the crowd went absolutely bonkers. Talking about one key point, I'll come to Clinton. Now that we have Sam Curran, Arshdeep Singh, Kagiso Rabada, who are likely starters in the 11, do you think that unlocks Kagiso Rabada as a weapon in the power play? We can just say KG go and hit 3 overs in the power play and dismantle the top order of the opposition. So has it unlocked another brilliant thing for us? Maybe KG can bowl more in the power play.
Exactly, that's what point I was about to make actually, because having someone like Sam Curran, who is a multifaceted bowler, who can bowl at any point of time and has been clinical at the death, along with Arshdeep, gives us to use Rabada even for 3 overs up front, because Rabada is very, very good with the new ball. And you imagine Kagiso Rabada bowling in Mohali, with that pitch that suits fast bowlers. So I think it will be a treat to watch Rabada play in Mohali. And yes, as you rightly pointed out, it gives the captain Shikhar Dhawan to it solves his problem of saving. Otherwise, what used to happen was Rabada had to be saved for 2 overs
Yeah,
at the back end along with Arshdeep.
Yeah.
So now, whenever he wants to attack, he can attack and even probably bowl out Rabada within the 12 overs,
yeah,
knowing that we have someone like Sam Curran and Arshdeep who are there at the death. So a very excellent buy in Sam Curran. And of course, it might be pretty unpopular opinion, but I would even bat Sam Curran at 3. Okay, and
he
say, okay,
opened
we give you
he
the
opened in
license,
that
but
game.
you can.
Clinton, he opened for us in that
Yeah,
game, Delhi
yeah.
game. He did open for us. So yeah,
Yeah,
He
yeah,
opened.
yeah. And he did pretty well in that game.
he
He
hit
scored 20
Avesh
of
Khan for
12, I
three
think.
fours. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. I remember that.
I
Guys,
think
there is
what
an
we've
unpopular
got in this.
opinion. There is an unpopular opinion from my end. Can we make Johnny open with Sam Curran
okay.
and put Shikhar Dhawan at 3, considering the fact that Shikhar Dhawan's strike rate has lowered down a little in the last few months?
Good question. Good question. I have a take on that. That okay, this can be done in only one situation as I see it. We are playing in Chennai, for example, and we are chasing, let's say, 145, for example. We restricted Chennai, and we need a player who can carry through to the 20 overs and play at a strike rate of what you are talking about, 120, 130. Shikhar Dhawan can adapt. That's his biggest positive that we have. So if we are playing Chennai 145 ka target, then Shikhar Dhawan can be dropped down, and we can just take down the power play with Sam Curran and Johnny Bairstow, and that makes the chase easy. So that can be one thing that can be done. That's my answer. I mean, Paji, coming to you, what's your opinion on that? Shikhar Dhawan dropping one
No,
down?
I really like having Shikhar Dhawan and Bairstow opening because you've got an anchor and an attacking batsman together. And I think where the problem comes, if you lose one of them, who follows? So now we've got Harpreet Bhatia. He's another left-hander, so we can keep the right left-hand combination going. And I think on certain grounds where the dimensions are good, that will be very important. So I think Harpreet Bhatia might have a say in that. Shikhar Dhawan at three, if you got a low score to carry, I think
Yeah.
maybe that's when it's probably better to have Shikhar coming at three and trying to blast it out in the power play when with your attacking batsmen. So I think that probably do. I'm looking forward to see how Rishi Dhawan does. Rishi Dhawan's a very
Yes.
interesting cricketer for me, and how he fits into the system. Yuvraj, your take on Rishi Dhawan?
Rishi Dhawan was decent last year itself. Coming back after such a long time, returning to the IPL after such a long time, he was pretty economical. Defended some runs for us in the death overs itself. Did not bat very well. I expected a little better, but nevertheless, he can always come back with the bat as well. He's a brilliant all rounder in the domestic circuit. So yes, Rishi Dhawan is always my pick for the 11. We can play him, and also Raj Bawa, because Raj Bawa was underutilized last season. We can give him
Yeah.
more games this time. And also, I want to know Anmol's take on the fact that we did not buy our eighth overseas slot. So, what does he think about
Yeah,
it? Will we
I don't
miss
think,
him
because we are pretty much
slot?
sorted of the we are pretty much sorted for the four overseas. I don't think, and we have the fifth one, Sikandar Raza. But actually, we are sorted with the Bairstow, Liam, Sam, and Rabada. I don't think we have to fill all the eight overseas spot.
Yeah, actually, on that also, impact player rule comes in. Na? It's also for the overseas. If Punjab Kings decides that okay, we are going to play only three overseas in the playing 11, and they submit the sheet, then what they can do is they can bring, for example, whoever the fourth overseas is, they can bring him in between the game at any point of time. So that also gives you that
Correct.
flexibility. So I think seven is not a bad number of overseas to have. And once the squad goes past 18, then it's pretty much up to the franchise what they want to do with the squad. So very happy, not too much fussed about that. Yeah,
And
what are your
then we have Nathan Ellis. We have Nathan Ellis in the squad as well. So
oh
we've got
Nathan Ellis?
Nathan Ellis,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's been bowling really well in the 100. He bowled really well, and that's another four-player. Trevor Bayliss knows
In the
him well as well.
DPL
So
too, Nathan Ellis is in a very good form.
hmm, hmm.
So we got Nathan Ellis, and again, I think where the difference is made is with the Indian players. I think if our Indian players step up, then our 11 is good, and then the backups are all there because I think we've got a backup for each player. Because if Liam gets injured by I think with Sikandar Raza fits straight in. So
Yeah,
I think that's where we did really well. But really, the opening combination and how they bat, I think, is the key for our success because that will give us the flexibility with Liam Livingston because Liam can come in from the 14th or 15th of and just blast away and then we can't get caught if we're setting a target. And if we're
hmm.
chasing a target, then we can be a bit more conservative as well by using that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on if we take a look at the auction overall. Thoughts on some interesting bits that happened along with Sam Curran, Cameron Green going to Mumbai Indians, and we had Ben Stokes going to Chennai. So your thoughts on those moves? The interesting bidding that took place. Clinton, I'll come to you with those two buys in the auction.
Yeah, very surprising. I felt a bit surprised to see someone like Green go to Mumbai. I thought Mumbai would prefer someone like a Jason Holder. But yeah, it was pretty obvious that these three players would, go pretty
Hmm.
big. Even Ben Stokes going to CSK. I mean, he's reunited with MS
Yeah.
back again. Even Ajinkya Rahane. It's the famous Pune team that was there back in the days. So I think even Chennai have got their captaincy, future captaincy thing sorted. So pretty good auction overall. And I read a tweet saying, "Oh, you English players, if you all want to choose." What you'll want to be an all-rounder.
Dinesh Karthik tweeted it.
Because
Yeah,
field is
yeah,
the
yeah,
all-rounder.
yeah. Very
Yeah, if we,
interesting.
I have a one, I have a player in my mind which we retained, Baltej Singh. What do you all want to say about that? Should he get the chance this year? Because with Arshdeep, he can be a lethal bowler for us in the power play.
Baltej is very talented, but I'm not sure if he can fit to the 11 because our 11, as everybody said, that it looks very sorted as of now. Even from the bottom, let alone the top order or the middle order, even from the bottom, we have our 4 to 5 bowlers very much sorted. We have Rahul Chahar, we have Arshdeep, we have Rabada. Probably Harpreet Brar or Raj Baba or Rishi Dhawan. One of these will play. So yeah, I think if just in case Baltej plays, I think we'll have to sacrifice one very important slot. God forbid someone is out of form or gets injured. I think that is the only way Baltej gets to the 11. But no denying the fact that he's very talented and a wonderful retention for us.
Agreed, agreed. So Rabada, Arshdeep, Karan, Rahul Chahar, and Harpreet Brar. These are pretty much the five options. And do you think that all-rounded flexibility that Yuvraj just talked about, Paji, Rishi Dhawan, Raj Angat Bawa, that extra bowling option, how important do you think that is? For Shikhar Dhawan to take it onto the field, more times than not, because someone can have a off day. So do you think Punjab Kings' sixth bowling option is very important going into the next season? Irrespective of the ground we play.
Yes, I think having the options is definitely what we need to have in place. And again, how we use them and how on which grounds. Because I say with the IPL now being across India, the conditions are going to be more difficult to read. And I think that's where you probably do need more of the options of how and where to play these the players. Because the new players will also have to fit into the setup as well. So I think 11 is kind of set up. So I'm going to go to Ankur. Ankur, what is your 11 for us? What is your 11 pick? Your first
So
11.
yeah, basically I'll start up with Johnny and Shikhar Dhawan. One down is Simran Singh, or apna Harpreet. It depends on like what the management chooses. After that, I'll go with Liam Livingston, Jitesh Sharma. After that, it's Shah Rukh Khan, or maybe apna Raj Angat Bawa. Then after that, it's Harpreet Brar, your your Rahul Chahar, your Kagiso Rabada. After that, it's Arshdeep Singh. This is my 11 for the like
And Sam at 7.
Sam. Yeah, Sam also. Sorry, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Anybody on the panel, what's your differences on that? Because that's pretty much my 11.
pretty much mine too.
Yeah,
Same,
same,
Nothing much
same.
same.
different. Same.
Our 11 is easier to choose.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
but
yeah.
play
but I
Raj
have.
Bawa at three instead of Prabhsimran.
Hmm.
And Clinton?
Yeah, I would start off with Johnny Shikhar, Raj Bawa at three, Livingston at four, Shahrukh at five, Jitesh at six, Sam Curran at seven, and then Rabada at eight, Arshdeep, uh, Rahul Chahar, and
Hmm.
another, that player would depend on the conditions. So it could either be a Harpreet Brar or it could be another all fast bowling
It
all
I,
rounder.
ha- I
depends.
ha- I have an interesting choice, guys. So like I need you guys to comment on it. It's like if you are playing on a spinning track, what if we drop Johnny Bairstow and put in Raza in the team? So what do
Possible.
you think that
Possible.
how is that choice for the management?
I think it makes sense, complete sense, because if John is not, maybe we draft in a Prab Simran who naturally opens in domestic cricket, so he can take the reins there. We have Jitesh Sharma, so there's no problem for wicket keeping as well. He'll take the gloves, and obviously Raza will give us the spinning option on the turning track. So I think all the three facets are covered with that change. So I think if it comes to that, management shouldn't be too much. They can make the change, obviously. Yeah.
Honestly,
Plus,
guys,
we have Liam Livingston who
the
bowls off
kind of
spin and leg
Oh,
spin.
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Liam
Yeah.
also bowls.
guys, the kind of overseas we have, the main four overseas. You start with Johnny Bairstow, you have Liam Livingston, Sam Curran, followed by Kagiso Rabada. The only chance someone like Sikandar Raza, Nathan Ellis, or Bhanuka Rajapaksa can get chance to the 11 is if one of these four have a mediocre season, let alone a
Yeah,
bad season. Even if one of these have a mediocre season, that's the only chance the other three can get to
yeah.
the 11. If all of these four are performing as per their potential,
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of we will not
Yeah.
make it to the
Then
11.
it's balle balle. Then it's balle balle for us all the way.
If all the four are performing to their potential, we are off to
Exactly.
the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, we are on our way to the
We are
playoffs.
Surely
into
yes,
the
surely
finals
yes.
and we won the trophy.
Even
Oh,
last year, guys, even last year, we where our minor drawback was that little phase where Rabada compromised on his economy rate.
Yeah,
Generally, he goes by 6 to 7 or 6 to 7.5. Last year he was eight and a
Yeah,
half or nine. So I think if had he bowled at six to seven, we might just have made it to the playoffs. It never did.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like it's a very good option for us overall. Okay, to start wrapping things up, Sandy Paji, impact player for Punjab Kings 2023 season. Looking at the whole squad that we have
It has to be a team effort. I'm going for the team effort. I think the
now,
death bowling and
right?
then the opening pair will be very important to us. If we get the opening pair right and we get our death bowling right, I don't think any target will be too big or too small for us. So realistically, it's that first 11, keeping that first 11 fresh, fighting on all cylinders and keeping it consistent. Because I think one thing we've always criticized the franchise has been chopping and changing and chopping and changing. I think we've got 11 template now, and I think we stick to that 11 template and bring in the cover when we need it. I think then we will have a strong season. So consistency in selection, consistency in performances, and then I'm sure we'll get to the playoffs and maybe even bring the trophy home. For
Yeah,
you, Anmol, what do you think is where
Yeah, yeah, I think I pretty much agree with you, sir, because everything is sorted for us. Opening is sorted. Our middle order is, yeah, a little bit of concern, but we will get it sorted. But and in the death over, we have very much sorted in the death over. We have finishers. Everything is sorted for us. Just waiting for the IPL to begin.
yeah,
And for Yuvraj, I think Yuvraj, what did you say?
I'm saying that let's just tell each other's two players, one batsman and one bowler, who will be the best performers for us this season. I'm going with Shikhar and Rabada. These are
okay.
completely heart-based choices. I've not thought with my brain here. I'm thinking with my heart because I want Shikhar to make an impact this season. So I'm going with Shikhar as our highest run scorer, and Rabada, of course, with his wicket-taking abilities. I want him to be the highest wicket taker. What are all of your picks?
So
hopefully so.
I'm going with Johnny Bairstow for the most runs this season and Rahul Chahar the most wickets this season.
Nice,
Perfect.
nice. Anmol,
Yeah, I will go with Shah Rukh Khan with the. I think he will be making impact this season, and of course, our Sada share Arshdeep Singh, who is shining in the Blues also.
all right. For me, the same. Arshdeep Singh with the wickets and Liam Livingston to carry his form from the previous season, highest scorer. Sandy Paji.
Yeah, Arshdeep for me, and hopefully set Brar out there. And Clinton, finally for you before we wrap up.
For me, it would be Liam Livingston with the bat and Sada Sher Arshdeep with the ball.
Oh, great.
This sounds
So
perfect.
there we have it, guys. A brilliant auction from the franchise. Thank you to the management. Thank you for giving us this platform as the fans and the voice as well. We look forward to joining you on many more lives on the YouTube channel and obviously on the social media. Please give the shares your full support. After three, traditional bye. Tada Punjab. Brah! Come on, after three, guys.
Bra,
1, 2, 3, brah! Tada Punjab.
Hurrah!
bra,
Ah,
Sada Punjab.
Brah!
Sada Punjab.
Tada Punjab. There we are.